Race-baiting Sheila Jackson Lee's dirty little secret exposed after stealing woman's seat. After bumping a woman from her flight, Democratic Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee claimed that the upset passenger whose seat she stole was obviously racist. However, the congresswoman is squirming in her chair now that her nasty secret has come out. In an effort to make Americans forget that they established the KKK, voted against the abolition of slavery, and implemented Jim Crowe laws, the Democratic Party has gone from one racist extreme to the other. Desperate to keep minorities enslaved to the government and voting Democrat, the rich old white men who lead the left have once again segregated the nation through identity politics. One such progressive liberal who's forgotten the racist foundation of the Democratic Party is Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee, TX, who has run a successful campaign on feigning oppression and playing the race card. Unfortunately for Jackson Lee, she didn't realize that if you accuse someone of bigotry, you'd better make sure they aren't a well-known activist for minorities and that your own skeletons stay in the closet. After kicking Jean Marie Simon out of her first-class seat on United Airlines, Jackson Lee used her go-to accusation of racism in order to bully the woman she bumped to the back of the bus and silence her. In a cruel dose of deserved irony, Jackson Lee has just discovered that not only is Simon not racist, she is a longtime minority human rights activist who has done more for underprivileged people of color than Jackson Lee has ever even claimed to accomplish, according to the Daily Wire. In fact, when Simon was kicked off the flight, she was trying to return home from a work trip in Guatemala, the very country in which she focuses her human rights efforts. Not only is Jackson Lee's idiocy glaringly obvious in her racism accusation against established minority freedom fighter Simon, but witnesses have also come forward to reveal that the Democratic representative has a career-ending history of horrific abuse toward passengers and employees on both planes and automobiles. The Daily Mail reports that witness after witness is breaking the silence on Jackson Lee's history of embarrassing tantrums and downright abusive and discriminatory behavior toward those around her as she travels. In fact, reports confirm that the House member has nearly been banned from an airline for hurling abuse at flight attendants, making her congressional staff wait on her for hours, and blatantly disrupting traffic. She's been documented calling her employees "you stupid mother fur," while referring to herself as congressional royalty. "You don't understand, I am a queen, and I demand to be treated like a queen," she was quoted saying in 1998. 3 years into her nearly 23-year tenure on Capitol Hill. One of Jackson Lee's drivers revealed to the Daily Caller that she screamed at a staffer, demanding to go faster until the aide turned too sharply and crashed into a wall. In 2011, her staffers confirmed that Jackson Lee insisted they run red lights and drive down the shoulders of highways. "Whatever time she told me to be there, I would always show up at least 20 minutes later, and expect to wait at least 45 minutes. One of Jackson Lee's drivers told the Daily Caller. "She was making me wait in the car, sometimes upwards of 5 to 7 hours per day." United Airlines confirmed that Jackson Lee has a habit of purposefully booking coach seats before demanding to be bumped up to first class. Continental Airlines also revealed that the congresswoman has nearly been banned from their flights after an incident in which she screamed at a flight attendant because her preferred meal wasn't available. It was then that the Vice President Continental's Government Affairs Office personally called Jackson Lee to warn her that they will refuse their services to her if her behavior doesn't improve.